Hey everybody, it's me, Zach. This is Potato, and welcome back to our channel.
Who is that they, them on my screen?
Hey everybody, hi! We're back again with the Amberlynn Reid live stream follow-up, and the follow-up being the last video we watched her get ready, and apparently all she was getting ready for was a TikTok live. Now, the video I have is about 1 hour and 18 minutes in total. We are not gonna watch all 1 hour and 18 minutes. In fact, a good chunk of the beginning is her like battling with people that, you know, like that's a thing. That's a thing that the kids do on the TikTok these days. I think it is a way, to be honest, I'm chopped, I'm unk. To be honest, I don't really know, but I think the way you win those battles is by getting people to send you gifts and stuff, so I assume that maybe that's beneficial to Miss Amberlynn in terms of, like, getting people to send her money and gifts on TikTok. I don't know. She's extremely unemployed right now, so I guess she'll do whatever. But what we're really truly gonna do is fast forward until I got about 53 minutes into the stream. I will say she, at different points, does have Emily on the live stream with her, but at this point is around the time, like a little bit right before the time that she invites Stefan onto her live stream. If you need a quick update about who Stefan is, if you haven't been around Girl World for maybe the past month or two, Stefan is a guy that runs this Pearadise house that is supposedly like a safe haven for super morbidly obese plus size women, BBWs, super BBWs, etc. And the Pearadise House was recently at the center of a docuseries that was released on Investigation Discovery, and you can stream it on HBO Max if you want to. It's called Escaping Paradise, Big Girls Wanted. And a lot of people in Girl World started paying attention to it because Rosie, Quirky Love Rosie, was featured in it briefly. Very briefly, and somehow managed to make the whole thing about herself. But because of that, so many of us have learned about Pearadise, about Stefan, about the kind of predator that Stefan is. The docuseries showed several allegations from various women who participated in the Pearadise house and the Pearadise community, and they talked about the ways that they were harmed by that man. So this is a man with several allegations of predatory behavior, and Amberlynn, for whatever reason, is cozying up with him. I do just want to be clear that when it comes to Amberlynn and Rosie, I think they're both I think they're both the problem, if we're being real true, honest, etc. about it. I think Rosie happens to have some, like, valid critiques of Amberlynn, but that's not to say that, like, she isn't trying to sit over here now and speak out against Amberlynn, when in the past she's failed to do that. Amberlynn willingly inviting somebody who has several allegations of predatory behavior onto one of her public platforms, it's honestly not surprising, and it's not a great look, and obviously I don't defend that. What I'm really interested in is, as always, I love to see girl on girl crime. And so this is like the second installment of maybe 3 different installments of Rosie, Amberlynn going back and forth with each other. What we'll probably do tomorrow, or for the next video, is get into a members-only live stream that Rosie eventually did. Because of course she did. Because of course she never sticks to what she says she's gonna do. So Rosie did a members-only live stream and maybe alluded to some of this. I think also just in general ranted about some stuff. I don't know the full details. I do have moderator extraordinaire Jane working on getting some clips together for us to watch. So I'll watch that all with you for the first time in my next video. And also, when we get to the end of this live stream, we're going to follow up with any remaining stuff that Rosie put onto onto Instagram because she had, I did read a post that she made on Twitter at the end of yesterday's video, but she had more to say on Instagram, and I think some of it is in response to Amberlynn having Stefan on her live stream. So, all of that being said, let me shut the fuck up. I will say I'm gonna speed her up just a little bit because an Amberlynn live stream is insufferable at normal, regular speed. I know not everybody loves that. It's just what we gotta do. It's just what we gotta do. So let me shut the fuck up and let's get to.
She looks like Billie Eilish.
Who?
That's funny. Thank you guys so much.
Sorry, we are just coming randomly into the stream. We are just coming randomly into the stream, my bad.
Streak. Yay! Oh god.
Oh wait, who's this? I thought
I clicked the wrong person? Wait, what?
Oh, yep, there she... Okay, there's Stefan. It's probably a little hard to see, although probably not as hard as maybe some of my other like, screen recordings, because since she's in vertical mode, she's going to be a little bit bigger on the side of my screen. But yeah, if you can't see, that little picture that just popped up right there is Stefan on the Pearadise account.
Hey, yo, hey.
Hi, what's up?
What's up? Greetings from Vegas. I have to turn my volume up.
Yup, from Vegas.
How is it going on this fine Saturday?
It's going alright. Went live on YouTube and then TikTok, you know. What are you up to?
It is 115 degrees here today, and I'm going on a really big interview in like 45 minutes. I'm going to be... Do you know what's her name? Do you know Alyssa? Alyssa Marie?
I don't think so.
Girl, what?
Pretty big channel, actually, and I'm going to be on her podcast live on TikTok right here.
Oh!
Alyssa Marie.
What's she going to interview you about?
The documentary, of course, because, you know, everything is about the documentary these days.
I think it's... Here's what I gotta say about this. The last time that Amber talked about Stefan and the documentary... if I recall correctly, she said that she didn't actually even end up finishing the documentary because it was all too much or whatever. And to be quite honest, like, that's your prerogative. Like, I could imagine maybe being who Amber is, of the identities that Amber possesses in terms of being, like, a very large woman, that might be difficult to watch some of those things. I also feel like then I would not, in her shoes, platform somebody who is the subject of that documentary without being fully informed about what's going on. And now she's even sitting here potentially talking to him about the documentary that her ass didn't even watch, according to her, that she didn't even finish, according to her.
And you can only imagine. Like, the other day I went to a professional studio to do an interview, and that hasn't been aired yet.
Oh.
And today's thing is going to be live. And did you see it? We have our own podcast now.
I did see that. Are you enjoying it?
Let me tell you. I mean, it's something else. Like, I haven't really done YouTube. I mean, you are.
And now she's sitting over here letting this man advertise his new podcast venture on the YouTube. Like, she really is so fucking foolish. She really is.
YouTube girly, you know everything about YouTube, right? I was only on TikTok. Like, I've always been just on here, just like, hey, body positivity, you know, accept the big girls, whatever. But, like, YouTube is new to me. Like, it's a completely different vibe. And
Yeah.
you probably know, I mean, you do know, because I've been told, like, you know, the LCU and stuff. So, do you know Tech? Do you remember Tech Protect?
Of course. I worked with him.
He was here at the house. He came to Pearadise.
Yep. I know.
Yeah, he gave me a couple of...
Why is she just so smiles and just, like, seems so entranced with what this man is saying? I just need her to have some level of, like, self-respect to not sit here and be, like, so elated to be talking to a man who has been accused of such heinous things.
Pointers, like, I really like him. He seems really cool. So I basically said, you know, let's start our own fucking show. So we were doing our Pearadise...
Tech Protect's ass is doing that with him? I truly have not, like, investigated any of that. Like, I have not looked into any of that because I don't have any interest in seeing anything that man has to do or supporting him in that kind of way. I had no idea he was doing that with Tech Protect.
Podcast, whatever you might call it, right? And I was gonna tell you too, like if you ever want to be on it, you totally can.
Don't do it.
Okay.
Girl.
Do you just do it through your Discord, or how do you guys do it?
Exactly like the LCU. I have my own Discord. Pearadise Discord is still like, I don't know if you've ever been on it. Like it's still the same Pearadise Discord that I've had since July of 2020.
Okay.
And all you need to do is, if you ever wanted to, like honestly, like I'm not kidding. If you wanted to be on our podcast, like by all means, all you need to do is join our Discord.
Amberlynn.
And then you can either verify and just be part of the Discord in general, because the Discord is actually 3,500 members and it's really cool.
Wow.
Because everybody is verified, no trolls.
Amberlynn has no morals, none. Not a singular moral in that big old body. Like, listen, you all know I don't usually come for her looks, her size, etc. But like, you would think that somewhere in there would be a moral. You know, you feel me?
No bullshit, no drama.
Good.
And or if you don't want to go down the whole rabbit hole of the whole Discord, I can give you like the LCU. I can give you a hand-picked role that will just allow you to be part of the podcast. It will allow you to join the studio rooms that we use, just like the old LCU. Like you just join the room and then the video chat gets put on.
Okay. Yeah, I can't go on other people's YouTube until my channel gets monetized. I'm just kind of like, because I got demonetized 3 months ago, but I get to reapply again on August 3rd. So
so now all of a sudden Amberlynn understands. Now all of a sudden, because remember Amberlynn was making up all kinds of theories about why she got demonetized again, like why they didn't let her be remonetized, but she kept acting like it wasn't a problem that she was on other people's channels and stuff like that.
Fingers crossed. But
yeah. What happened? Did you get reported, or like what happened to your channel?
So 6 months ago, I got demonetized because I was talking about like I don't even know if I can say it here, like weight loss food type of stuff.
Okay.
And I got in trouble for that because I got mass reported by all my haters. So
I got mass reported by all my haters. Girl, I don't think it was like that, Diva. And even if you were mass reported, this is also like, this argument's used by not just Amberlynn. This is stuff I've heard from people before. But even if you were mass reported, like they're not gonna remove your channel for nothing. Like if you're sitting here acknowledging that the content you were making did in fact violate the terms of service, it doesn't matter if one person reported you or a mass number of people reported you. Like you still were breaking the rules, okay? Or are we on the same page, Amberlynn? Probably not.
So me, like all the fat girls got in trouble. Me, Rosie, Chantel, Foodie Beauty. So we all got demonetized.
All the fat girls. Mind you, not all the fat girls got demonetized. Hungry Fat Chicks stayed monetized. Other girlies on the platform stayed monetized. It was the three of you that would particularly talk about the disordered way that you ate while also trying to monetize eating mass amounts of food that got you demonetized, okay? Hungry Fat Chick, homegirl came on here and continued to eat copious large amounts of food, is still doing it to this day. But the difference is that on her channel, she doesn't really talk about her particular way of eating in a disordered way. I'm saying it kind of cryptic because YouTube can be stupid. I also will say not necessarily to Amberlynn, Chantal, or Rosie's defense, but I have also said that I think the way YouTube demonetized them was all a little unfair, at least initially, because once she gets to the reason that she lost it again, then I think Amberlynn played herself there. But what I will say is, like, the way that YouTube looked at that type of content absolutely did change. And, if we are talking about a really fair and just world, I think that YouTube could have been more understanding and given them a chance to, like, clean up their channel or take videos down or things like that. But that's not what happened. And YouTube doesn't have to be fair, unfortunately. Unfortunately.
But I ended up going to the LCU during my demonetization because I thought that was allowed. Keemstar told me it was allowed. He said it's fine. Like you can still work for me on this channel. But it turns out we found out that wasn't allowed. But they didn't tell us until 3 months later. So
we found out it wasn't allowed. Well, what had happened, and again, I didn't reach out to this reporter. there's this narrative that I intentionally reached out to a reporter to try to get Amberlynn in trouble. No, a reporter reached out to me, asked me questions, and I just said, here's all the information you need. I just said, here's all the answers to your questions, and then the reporter went and took that somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? But what had happened was she was on an LCU show where she had a colleague named Thick Gemini, and Thick Gemini threatened my life, like actually said some real despicable things about me. And because of that, a reporter reached out to me and said, oh, I would actually like to follow up with YouTube about this. Like, this is crazy, and it's crazy that Amberlynn is on these different platforms where this is happening while being demonetized. And it's because of all of that YouTube said, yeah, actually, she shouldn't be doing that. She's not allowed to do that. And there's an official statement from YouTube on the matter. And Amberlynn has tried to act like that wasn't the case, but it very much was.
So then I got demonetized again for being in the LCU, pretty much. So
Right, which had nothing to do with me, which the last time she was talking about this bullshit, she tried to blame it all on me. But that was your own choices, your own decision. Just like it doesn't matter how many people mass reported you if you were violating terms of service. It also doesn't matter if information that a reporter got from me was what did you in, if you were violating terms of service.
Oh, like I didn't know that. That's good to know. Because, Pearadise obviously is a small channel at this point. I only have like 2.8K or whatever subscribers. We're still working on things.
And let's keep it that way. Girl world, don't get crazy and go follow this man. He needs to fade into oblivion like the predator he is, allegedly.
Trying to figure shit out, and I would never want to get you in trouble or whatever, but once your channel's back up, once you're good to go, like by all means, the whole team here, would love to have you and just talk to you, and again, remember what I told you too before, it's like there's going to be no bullying. There's going to be no fucking negativity. We're just honestly, the thing is, I got
There's gonna be no bullying
into this fucking Go world, whatever this is, because of this fucking documentary. I don't even know you. And I didn't know Rosie. All of a sudden, Rosie shows up in the trailer to my Pearadise documentary.
Well, I think we did prove that you knew who Rosie was, Diva. I mean, Rosie's receipts about that made her look dumb as fuck. It made her look real bad. But I think the conclusion we came to is that you did at least kind of know who she was. Granted, she really had no business talking about anything related to what the girlies in your documentary or the documentary about you went through. But at the end of the day, you did know. He's such a loser. When I tell you that this man is a bigger loser than any of the other people I've commented on YouTube combined, I gotta tell you. And which is why it's big loser behavior on Amberlynn's part to even have him on her platform like this.
And now I found out that Rosie too got tricked. She didn't even know that they're gonna soundbite that part and put it in there completely out of context.
I know. That's crazy.
Well, no, is he trying to say, "Oh, I got tricked. I didn't know." No, you don't get to. I think Rosie's legitimately just dumb. First of all, I just dropped my fidget. I just dropped it. I don't know where it went. This is why I don't need to be playing games while I'm trying to have a thought. But you don't get to say that Rosie legitimately was. Well, I don't think she was tricked. I think she's just dumb. Into thinking that they were going to tell more of her story. You don't get to use that, Stefan, to bolster claims that you were tricked into how things were gonna be perceived or used or quotes were gonna be used. Because let's just be honest. There's plenty in that makes you look bad. It would be one thing if there was a one-off comment like Rosie's claiming that's oh, that led me to believe that this was gonna be about something different. But sir, you can't explain away that whole fucking documentary by being oh, Rosie got tricked, so did I. No, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
The price that you pay.
Yeah, and I found out.
Emily, you shut the fuck up too. If you didn't know, that was little Tommy Salami chiming in for 2 seconds. I really want to find the other part of my my fidget that I dropped, but I don't know where it went. This is why I need it, so I can focus.
I found out what it really meant to her, like where in the interview it came from. And it's actually kind of sad. You know, the documentary producers, they really won in terms of creating controversy. Like, they produced something that created a fucking tornado on the internet.
Yeah.
Because they knew exactly how to play people against each other. And
just to be clear, I really hate. Listen, I'm not trying to defend Rosie at all, but I hate how he's trying to take her talking points about this, whether they're right or wrong, and turn it into something like, the producers just played us all. The producers just pit us all against each other. No, you piece of shit. Shut up. You shut your mouth. Like, he's got me so irritated. Girl, don't have me over here defending Rosie, because Rosie's dumb. Rosie's dumb. And Rosie just likes to make things about her. That's why she was tricked. Listen, your ass needed exposed.
It's actually pretty crazy. And then you have no idea how many times people have come to me now and talked about you and talked about, like, you know, the LCU. I mean, you saw it. I got dragged onto the LCU for a week or so, like on that local bus or whatever.
Sir, you wanted to. You didn't get dragged onto shit. You wanted to go on there, diva.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever work for the LCU or no?
No, oh hell no. Like, I would not. Like, the LCU was just a fun little... I can tell you the story because it's actually kind of funny. Foxy Mama, worked for the LCU and she was hosting the local bus. So one day, I was on live on TikTok, just babbling, whatever, talking about it, doing my little, like, Pearadise thing. All of a sudden, Keemstar shows up in my chat and says, like, hey, we have a show on YouTube. We would like to interview you. And I was like, who's this? What is this? And immediately my whole chat exploded. And everybody was like, oh my God, don't do it. It's crazy. It's drama. And the other half of people said, like, hey, if you get on YouTube, do it. Like, you know, let them talk to you, right? Mm-hmm. So I got basically dragged onto a local bus and I found out
I got dragged on. No, this man was ready to talk about himself in the Pearadise house any chance he got. Just like his desperate, attention-seeking ass is sitting here on Amberlynn Reid's live stream right now. He wants whatever attention he can get. Please be so fucking serious. The way I'm more upset right now about him than anything else. I mean, I'm like irritated that Amberlynn is even like platforming him in this way, but I'm more disgusted with him. Like, the way that he is just so attention seeking.
That Foxy actually had a personal vendetta. Like, she had a personal... She wanted to drag me on there because the documentary came out and it gave her clout for her show to put me on there and accuse me publicly of whatever, touching her hips when she was at my house back in 2021.
Of whatever. Shut your mouth, you nasty man.
I knew that. Like, the whole time back in the day, she had told me that she didn't want to be at my house anymore because all these allegations were made by Piggy and she didn't want the negativity smearing on her name too. So she was taking a step back because she didn't want to be connected with any of this bullshit. But on Local Buzz, all of a sudden she told me that I supposedly touched her. And I was like, girl, if I did, you know, I'm so sorry. Like, it was never...
If I did, then I'm so sorry. Shut up. I don't even know what Foxy's story is, but the reality is she's able to tell you in that moment whatever reason, excuse that she wants to get out of that situation with you. She did not have to tell the man that was touching her inappropriately that the reason she wanted to leave was because you were touching her inappropriately. If what she felt like she needed to do to get out of that situation was to tell you that she didn't want to be associated with all of the, like, allegations that have continued to come out about you, by the way, I think that's more than fair. This man has so many accusations against him, and he's just so disgusting.
Never any intent, you know, there was never any flirting, there was never any, like, intention to do anything. So, you know, apparently when I passed by her...
honestly, let me revert some attention back to Amberlynn's dumbass, because why are you just sitting here just, like, accepting all of this? Why are you not, like, at least if you're gonna have this man on your platform, you need to be asking some questions. You need to be pushing back. Because, you know, I will say, if she wanted to have him on her live stream and then she wanted to roast the fuck out of him, if she wanted to grill him, if she wanted to push him with some pointed questions about his nasty behavior, that would be one thing. But she's just sitting here letting him just say whatever. He's going completely unchecked. This Foxy lady, I assume, is somebody that Amberlynn has interacted with before through the LCU. Again, I don't keep super up to date with that, but she seems well aware of a lot of the people on that platform. So I don't understand why we're just sitting here while he talks about somebody you used to work with like that. That's crazy.
When I moved behind her in the pool room in order to prevent her from falling into the pool, I held her and moved myself behind her, right? So all of a sudden, this is a whole big deal, and Stefan needs to be on Lord Bus, and he needs to be interviewed, and he needs to be publicly accused or whatever. And I was like, okay, girl, whatever. So I just went with it. And honestly, I know your opinion on Keemstar is a certain way, right? Your opinion on the LCU. But the other hosts, like Tech and Fupa, they gave me the time of day. They actually let me talk, and they let me, they allowed me to show some evidence. And it was kind of cool, because by day two, Fupa was kind of like, hold on, this is all just not as crazy as it's made out to be.
Gross.
Right.
And then Tech, they did this whole thing where they said for the weekend, Tech's gonna come. He's gonna come to Pearadise, and they did how they always do, if we get so many members, I think that was a member goal of 100 subscriptions or whatever, or 100 members, and then they would come. And he actually came here.
Yeah, I watched all of that. Fupa, I used to work with Fupa and Tech. Our show was number one in the LCU. We made the most money. It was crazy chaotic. It was insane.
Our show was number one in the LCU. Girl, I don't know that that's... I don't know that that's the flex that you wanted to be.
What's the name of it?
It was Bus.
Oh, you were on Bus. Okay.
I'm the one who got Bus, on and poppin', trust me. But yeah, I did Bus for 4 months, and then I had to quit because it was just mentally too much for me.
Imagine sitting there and listening to this man, try to excuse his way out of treating women poorly for the past, 5-10 minutes, whatever it's been. And then your immediate response was, oh, that show that you were on where you were being publicly accused of bad things, that was my show. It was the number one show because of me. Just insanity. Amberlynn, be so fucking for real.
And, but Fupa, she joined as someone who, hated me. She was, a known hater. And, now to this day, she's learned more about me, and she knows, the true story, behind the scenes. Now she doesn't even hate me anymore. I wouldn't say we're friends by no means, but Fupa definitely is the type of person, when she sees, all the facts, she'll be like, oh, maybe it's not as, extreme as I thought. So.
That's exactly what happened here, too. Once I got onto the video chat in the Discord, and I got to show some screenshots or whatever, Fupa was the first one. Because Tech, how Tech is, he's got to call everything's for content, right? He was like, oh, what if it's true? What if it's not true? Whatever. He was just playing around. But once he was here at the house and he looked at my monitors and I showed him the stuff, he too, he was like, oh my god, this is crazy. But have you ever thought about going back to the LCU, or is it just a no-go because of Keem?
Yeah, I've thought about it. Me and Keem, we talked on the phone last night, but I'm currently in a place where I'm confused on if the LCU is right for me, because it is a lot of hate, harassment, bullying. That's how you make your money over there.
Bullying.
Drama, being mean to each other, people being mean to you. He doesn't like to say it, but it's a drama network. It is.
Yeah.
And I'm just not really in my drama era right now. I'm working on my mental health, and I'm more positive. I want to do more positive content.
Are you? You're working on your mental health? All right, Diva, sure.
Versus negative. So I'm very confused on what I want.
I hear you on that, and I have to agree, because I did go on the LCU because I was invited. I was put on the panel on the bus, and I was allowed to speak, and the hosts, everything but Foxy, treated me really respectfully, including Keem too. Keem actually managed to moderate a panel with me and Piggy. The main op in this whole situation, they had her on the panel, and Keem actually managed to have her sit there and raise her hand like a middle schooler in order to talk, and not just babble over me and stuff. He managed to actually do that in a very civilized way. So for that, I will always have to give him respect, because nobody else in the past has ever managed to do that. So I was enjoying my time on the LCU, but then again, I also got to see behind the scenes a little bit, and I saw the other shows, and I saw the video chats on the Discord, what was going on. Tina, everybody, their mama and their dog knows Tina. And Tina is so fucking offensive. I could never,
I mean, Tina is offensive, but it's so hard for me to understand how this man has any room to call anybody else offensive. It's just so baffling to me. What a nasty, nasty man.
Support that. The way that she's body shaming, mindlessly and randomly just, popped into the shows and was, derailing the whole thing. It's I have my opinion on it. I'm not going to sit here and talk shit about the LCU, because at the end of the day, it has its purpose, right? Mm-hmm. And, you're right. I've seen the drama that happens in there, the intentional instigating even of the hosts against each other and all that kind of stuff. It's definitely, let's cause drama for content, and then, go live with that content, and basically, I don't know, it's almost let's make content for content, and not Pearadise has always been about positivity too. Like we've always been like, acceptance.
Yeah, it's always been about positivity. That's why there's a whole documentary related to like the fucking toxic ass environment you created. Shut the fuck up. He's so irritating.
Like, hey, no matter what size you are, you should be accepted the same way as anybody else. Like, you should have the same rights, you should have the same duties, you should have, like, you should just be treated as another human being. That's, like, what our thing has always been. So I get it. And you get, like, I've seen this part, and this is, like, why I also wanted to hop up here and say hi, and, how we've been talking and stuff. I see the hate that you're getting. I see the reaction videos and the YouTubes and stuff. And I always think to myself, it's like, this girl is out there just trying to find her way or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And there are people literally, like, monetizing off of you, like, just posting you.
Yeah.
It's just so wild. As if he's not monetizing, like, super morbidly obese women as it is, and in a worse way by creating this air of like toxic positivity around it, and then convincing all of these women to like come to his house in Las Vegas where he does awful, terrible, vile things to them. Like this man sitting here and being like, oh, poor Amberlynn, all these people monetizing and making money off of her. Mind you, I think the large majority of us talking about her bad behavior, her unhinged ways that she treats the people in her life, the animals in her life, the toxic parts of who she is as a concept. But this is a man that's like literally made his whole entire platform off of sexualizing women and then like taking advantage of them once he gets them to come visit him in Las Vegas. It's wild to me. Wild to me that he has any place to sit here on Al Gore's internet talking about reaction channels monetizing off of criticizing Amberlynn Reid.
Yeah. And it's like, what's crazy to me is like, the reason why I got demonetized from YouTube is talking about my weight loss, my disordered eating and whatever. But reaction channels are able to talk about it, but I wasn't allowed to, but they're allowed to. Like, it's weird because here on TikTok, I'm posting like, this is what I'm eating for the day because I am trying to get healthier for me. And I'm not allowed to do that on YouTube, but the reaction channels are. Like, they're allowed to talk about my journey that I got demonetized for. Right. That doesn't even make sense.
Well, Diva, you didn't get demonetized, and this is where she gets confused. Because she didn't get demonetized for just posting healthy what I eat in a days. She got demonetized because she was constantly talking about the vicious cycle of her disordered eating. Okay? And promoting that kind of lifestyle, that kind of like disordered thinking, So there is a difference there. There's lots of people who share their online health journeys that don't get demonetized, and it's because they're not out here saying that they have specific diagnosable eating disorders, Does that make sense? I think we all get that. I don't think Amberlynn has gotten that.
Original content, like you are the original. Obviously, I don't know that much about YouTube yet, and with me starting out with the podcast or whatever, so like we have to also be careful, like figuring out like what can we talk about and what not. All I know is on TikTok, you basically you can almost not say shit. Like anything you say, you get a fucking warning or you get a violation or you get like whatever. Like I can say, yesterday I was in the kitchen washing dishes and I got a violation for nudity, and I was like, okay, TikTok, okay. So the whole time I was under the impression that on YouTube you can literally like it's free speech. You can say whatever you want. You can do whatever you want, like, as long as it's obviously legal and as long as, like, it's not, like, blatantly bullying people. But I'm actually shocked. I'm shocked to hear that. Like, I did not know that you got demonetized for something that, like, completely innocent. Like, eating or talking about...
Well, Stefan, part of it is that she's not giving the full story. Part of it is that she's not being entirely honest about it.
Yourself, I mean, you're going out there and you're telling everybody, like, about your... eating habits, let's call it this to be completely politically correct, like your own eating habits and how you're trying to deal with them and what you're trying to do, and for that you get demonetized.
Yeah.
That's kind of like wild to me. It's like
it's definitely crazy, but it is what it is. I've moved past it. I'm onto a new era, just changing things up. I know not to talk about that on my YouTube, and that's fine.
And that's fine.
Do you know yet what kind of content you're going to make on YouTube? Like, do you have a plan?
Yeah, something like vlog about my life. You know, I'm just making vlogs about me, but I'm just not going to bring that up.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to, you know, obviously, like, I'm always, like, you know, poking around for, like, ideas or whatever. Have you ever thought about doing your own?
I'm poking around for ideas. Sir, shut up. Shut up. Also, Amberlynn Reid is not the person you want to get content ideas from.
Yeah, I don't want to really call it like a show, but like doing your own kind of like a podcast kind of deal where you have your thing and you invite people over, like you invite people up, and then you have
She
like
could never.
an hour discussion about whatever.
She could never.
I mean, I've thought about it, but I don't know how to do all that stuff. Like,
Right.
literally just go live.
She doesn't know how to do all that stuff, nor does she want to learn. Nor does she want to learn.
From my phone. Like, I don't know how to, like, do, like, the Discord, go live through that. Like, I don't know any of that type of stuff. So, I would have to have someone else, like, that I trust, like, wholeheartedly, like, run it for me, I feel like.
Right, and that's you remember how there was always one person running the OBS and then everybody else just hops on the call? That is like so convenient. Like I that's the part I really liked. All I needed to do was fire up my Discord, go in there, just like a regular video chat, and boom, it was on YouTube. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, somebody says.
It just like continues to be so funny to me that Amberlynn is so unwilling to try to learn anything. And that's just because, like, I honestly, when I give advice to people who have like lots of questions about getting started on YouTube and stuff, I just always say, just get started, and then as you come across things that you don't know about, because most of the time, like, people want to have like the perfect everything before they post their first video, go live for the first time, whatever it might be. And the reality is like, you need to just get in the habit of posting. And as you're posting, you're going to start realizing there are things you want to change, and things that you want to do, and things you might want to do differently. If you don't know how to do something like that, look it up. You're literally using social media. You literally built your social media career around YouTube. YouTube, a place where you can go and search for a tutorial on just about anything that you don't know how to do. And granted, you might not get all of your questions answered just by a singular YouTube video, but it's going to lead to more and more questions about things that you might want to do, or like try to figure out how to make work on your channel. And that's really what's important when you think about growing as in any kind of creative avenue or media, right? Like, you just want to stay interested in how to keep doing cool new things. And not to say that I'm always doing cool new things over here, but I've if you like sort my YouTube channel from oldest to newest, you'll see that the type of content I was making when I first started here on the YouTube, far different than what we're doing in 2026.
For the love of God, don't do Discord. What's the problem with Discord? Discord itself is just a platform. It's a tool. Like, you can do anything you want on Discord, pretty much. I mean, again, you know, they have guidelines and shit, but like, hi Yoshi. Well, no, I'm honestly just curious, and I have made it my mission to not let anybody, like, you know, take my...
People are in the chat saying that she did do Discord and she exploited minors there, which is what goes back to a lot of Rosie's current criticisms of Amberlynn, even though Rosie, you know, allegedly doesn't keep up with anything that Amberlynn does, doesn't want to. That's the stuff that they're referencing in the chat.
Opinion or like bias me or whatever, because I've been on the receiving end of that for too long. It's like all this bullshit that I'm seeing on YouTube and all the shit that the reaction channels constantly post, and I'm like, you know what? I don't care. I don't care about this whole girl world and whatever the fuck happened in the past and all the allegations and all that kind of shit. I'm like, you know, leave me alone with this shit, because
I don't care about girl world, but I will go live with Amberlynn Reid to get some of that girl world clout. Of course.
Receiving end of that. But I can tell like 90, no, it feels like almost 90% on here I hate watching, guys. Like, this chat is wild.
I think on FaceTime or live.
Yeah, no, of course. Like, you know who this is, right?
Wait, is that one girl that I have a crush on, I feel like?
Is that
I think I have a crush on one of those girls. She's so pretty. Yeah,
Is that one girl I have a crush on? Amberlynn, you're so pathetic.
Come here.
She is so pretty. I'm like, I cannot. I literally cannot.
So, because I'm in my underwear, but I was ready.
You just peek your face in a little bit. If it's in a tiny box, people won't even be able to see anything other than it's you. Little fangirl moment right here. Here you go. Right here.
Girl. See, and this is his disgusting behavior. His disgusting ass behavior on display as we talk. This woman said, "Do not put me on camera. I'm in my underwear." And what is this disgusting ass loser of a man doing? Moving the camera after she said, I don't want to be on camera. And this is happening on your platform, Amberlynn. He is just gross. And fuck you, Amberlynn, for making me sit here and watch. Well, she didn't make me do anything. I didn't have to watch this. But fuck you, Amberlynn, for putting him on your live stream.
Oh, pretty. I cannot get over her.
That is disgusting. He just tried to put this woman who is only in her underwear. Oh my God. Just absolutely abhorrent behavior. What a disgusting man.
Audrey.
Okay.
For real.
Thank you, hon. You're bored pretty too.
Thank you.
I remember makeup that you're doing, your little wing eyeliner. Like,
She has it on right now.
I know, that's cute.
Audrey is...
I'm a wing eyeliner girl too.
I know, I noticed. You're so good at it.
I've been wearing it since I was in middle school. I can do that shit myself.
Yes. Practice makes perfect.
Yeah. You need to come over.
I would if I was closer. Shit.
What, wait, hold on. Where did you say you live?
I live in Oklahoma.
Close. Okay, hold on.
Were you born there?
Were you born there?
No, I was born in Florida.
So you chose to live, I mean, well, I've been to Oklahoma's not as bad as people say it is, but it is like some parts.
It's okay. I live in Oklahoma City. I live here to be closer to my mom, so.
Okay, that's
I've been to Oklahoma City many times.
City's not bad. Yeah.
So, okay.
A lot of my family lives there.
So that means that you're gonna have to road trip it.
Oh my God.
Country road.
That's a road trip.
Can you imagine, like, you're road tripping and you're vlogging a road trip to Paradise?
It would be crazy. It would be crazy.
Disgusting.
I've never been to Vegas.
What? That's
I've been
how you
all
do
over,
it.
but I've never been to Vegas.
Fucking Emily's ass would chime in, would finally chime in to say something when it's about planning a trip to go to the Pearadise house. Emily, you disgusting feeder. Ugh. It's all of this nastiness. All of this. She ain't said but 2 words before this, and now Stefan is saying Amberlynn needs to make a trip. And Emily's like, oh yeah, I've never been to Vegas. Never been. Very similar, by the way, to Rosie being in Stefan's DMs being like, oh, I've never been to Vegas. You can't tell me that, like, Vegas isn't part of the selling point for Stefan. Oh my God. I hate this. I hate all of this.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys need to come.
He would be the one to take me.
Yeah, by all means. I mean, don't come, like, you know, right now it's 115 degrees, but, like, you know, come October, it's gonna be, like, super nice out here.
Oh my gosh.
Do you, I mean, this is obviously, I have to be TikTok appropriate, like, do you partake in the 420 activities?
I mean, here in Oklahoma, I have to smoke what's legal, and it's called Delta 8 and Delta 9 and 10, which for me works just as good, just saying. But if I'm in a state where it's legal, then yes.
Here, it is, yeah, and, like, all of the girlies here are calling Dream Blunt rotation.
Oh my God, yeah. If we did my blunt rotation, hell yeah. And that's the blunt rotation I've ever seen.
So
I watched your videos before you were even like a thing. Like I've been watching.
Aww.
But listen, the girl that you are fangirling over is fangirling over you. Does that make sense?
Me and my cousins would watch your videos all the time. Like, I thought they were so funny. Because you're just, like, unintentionally funny. Like, when they're like, that's the funniest type of person when they don't think that they're being funny and then they're funny. Like, and you did run the LCU. Like,
I mean, that's fine, but, like, you know, by all means, like, don't... I mean, you know how to contact me.
It glanced out there for a second. We're almost done with what I have. I'm so sick of this. I'm really reaching my limit, divas.
Like, you know, come on the Discord, let's chat, you know? Like, having you on the show is like, that would be totally awesome. How can you do that?
They've been saying it all night.
what my two say?
It's a French song.
Hey.
Why does TikTok have a thing that people can send like that? I don't like that.
What my two say?
Oh my God. You have a great rest of the weekend.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, guys, I'm gonna say bye to you too. And babe, bye.
Bye.
Did you have fun?
Oh yeah, I did.
Okay, bye, babe.
Bye, I love you.
Love you. Okay, you guys, I have to go. I'm gonna go walk Twinkie. I'm gonna go pee too. Like, I'm about to pee my pants. It was so much fun being on here with you guys and also on YouTube prior to this. I love you. I'm gonna have some TikToks up tonight. I still have to film them and all that, but we'll be here. Bye, guys.
Hate that. Hate that. That was miserable. Miserable. Oh, I hated every second of that. Amberlynn, what a loser. What a loser to be platforming an even bigger loser named Stefan. All right, I want to give you a taste of what Miss Rosie was saying on her Instagram after both of these lives. So let me go pull that up. This first Instagram story is just what she posted on Twitter that we read in my last video, but this bottom part I think is additional not context, but additional words that she's saying, which is keeping CSAM unaddressed for days on your Discord server and playing victim instead of handling the crime in your digital space is disgusting. Leave me alone and out of your weird shit. And then also I shared this tweet yesterday as well, which is I think the context of the person who sent her the update or whatever of Amberlynn talking about her. And she says, "You are blocked, but I know you'll see this. An hour after this, you had Stefan in your live too. So let's add pedophile and predator sympathizer. Wanting to go to Pearadise when you won't even get in an Uber is crazy work and a desperate plea for relevance for the social media career that you murdered. I reject the hate train of girl world, but not as much as I reject pedophiles and CSAM." Fascinating for her to, I mean, I guess one thing that can be said about Rosie is that she will get on a plane and go where she needs to go to do what she needs to do. And wild for her to be like, oh my gosh, you murdered your social media career, as if Rosie has a spectacular and stunning social media career herself. Oh, what is this? What is it? Oh, this is okay, we don't need to actually see the video, but this is her filming, I guess, the ceiling, so it's a background. We're not going to watch the whole thing. So this says, trigger warning, COCSA, minor trauma dumping. This is so much bigger than girl world to me. I was 6 years old when I was hurt by someone who, when I was 23, was arrested for creating and producing CSAM of a 7-year-old girl. He is my cousin. Amber, your inability to even try to properly address what happened is deplorable and repugnant. Your blatant manipulation is obvious. I know who you think you have tea on. Your subtle clues were clear. I do not care. I care about that child that got exploited in your server and your mishandling of it. I care that you are truly a bad person, and I care that I wanted to believe you weren't, and you showed me privately who you are. Leave me alone and don't discuss me if you give a fuck at all about consent. I want nothing to do with you. The gag is that Rosie says she doesn't want nothing to do with Amberlynn, and yet she continues to find her way to talk about Amberlynn, to follow and keep up with Amberlynn. Like I pointed out in my video yesterday, she had posted about Amberlynn's YouTube live stream a couple hours at most after Amberlynn went live on YouTube, and it seemingly did the same thing with her TikTok live as well. This is just an explanation of what COCSA is. Here is another post from her that says, I really just wanted to believe that she was actually misunderstood. I'm angry at myself for being wrong. Her behavior is unforgivable and she deserves the Onision special. That's what her and her content gets from me moving forward. I mean, Rosie's trying to act brand new. As if she didn't already know Amberlynn was a bad person. She's trying to act brand new. The reason she started reaching out to Amberlynn is because she thought she had an ally in Amberlynn, because she felt like suddenly she was being targeted by Girl World, and she was like, oh, well maybe now Amberlynn has just actually been misunderstood, even though I spent many hours of my life writing recaps of Amberlynn Reid live streams on Amberlynn Reid's Snark subreddit, where I could tell you exactly the kind of person Amberlynn Reid is. She's so ridiculous. Oh, is this her talking? It suddenly goes black. Okay, let me push play.
It's almost 5 a.m. and after...
It's almost 5 a.m. and you are sitting up awake talking about Amberlynn Reid. Girl, go to bed. Go to sleep, Rosie.
Very long, sordid battle with some algae in our pool. My brother kicked ass, and the pool is.
Oh, I guess she's not. I thought she was going to be talking about Amberlynn, but Amberlynn. I think the opposite, probably. No, I thought she was going to be talking about Amberlynn, and here she is talking about the algae in the pool. Of course.
Finally able to be used. It's been like 2+ weeks, I think.
Oh, thank God.
But anyway, I just finished watching House of Stassi, and it was a lot. I don't know how I feel about that finale, honestly. I've got opinions. I don't want to go there right now, but this $1 million nanny show came up, and I'm halfway through the episode, and I'm fascinated by the concept. And they just reviewed the requirements of this dummy rich family. And tell me why one of them is you have to match the family's aura for the day. I have been giggling about it for 5 minutes.
Oh, girl been hitting that willies. Here I was thinking she was about to rant about Amberlynn, but no, I guess not.
Fuck is this show? I will say I'm definitely enjoying taking a little bit of a breather from streaming already. I got a lot to do in the coming days.
I love that for her, a breather from streaming is just not streaming for a day or two. Because like I said, on the day of filming, I'm filming this on August 3rd, Monday, August 3rd. In the middle of the night, she went live again already. So yeah, okay, sure. Whatever you want to call it, Diva.
Today kind of was a lot, but...
And also, how much of a break was it if you spent the majority of this day, the day that you're putting all these Instagram stories up, getting worked up about things that Amberlynn Reid said or did on the internet?
And yes, I did indeed hit the willies. If you don't know what Willies is, drinkwillies.com, not sponsored. That's all I'm saying.
Girl, we know you're not.
That's all I'm saying there.
Getting any kind of actual sponsorship would probably be too much work and commitment for Quirky Love Rosie.
Have a good night, morning.
All right.
Whatever. I fucking ate.
Well, there you go. First your buddy, then your clothes. All right, divas. Stay tuned. We got more coming. More coming. There's more to come here on the Zachary Michael channel. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did and you're brand new to my channel, consider subscribing down below. Hit the bell button so you get a notification every single time I post a new video. Make sure to leave me a comment, hit like, click share, and follow me on all my social media. Consider getting some merch at zacharymichael.dashery.com. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!